Welcome back to Indian Trace. When I have the specific light and time available, I like to challenge myself creatively to do something a little different with videos, even if it is a box talk live like this, which is unique and different. I've never done it in quite the way I've done it before, and I'm always gonna strive to do it a little different. Look at these pieces. I want to show you something today through some of these illustrations in some of these bins. I'm going to pull out particular pieces that I've already selected, and I'm probably going to title this in subcontext mating or making the grade, if I can figure out how to talk. I'm trying to get my thoughts put together too and just take my time with it and make sure I get through it. I'll have a time perspective here. I really don't want to go longer than 10 minutes, but making the grade, which I'm going to show you a lot of artifacts that are in here that have been nestled away that made the grade, definitely, without question, but really haven't been seen much. A lot of them I never filmed at that specific time when I found them, and a lot of them just didn't get the opportunity to get put on film because of either weather conditions or whatever when I found them. So this is going to be called making the grade. Making the grade for this box that you see here. 7-tray, perfect lighting, box talk live. And for those of you who are new, I have a lot of great comments. You're welcome. It's my pleasure to be able to show you this display. And of course, we've got the bottom laid out as well. And I can sail right in there pretty easily to give you an idea of some of the other stuff in here, some of my quartz and some of the scrapers that just have a good home back there. But just fun stuff all together. Now, without wasting any more time, I just want to do this and go through this bin. This bin here is a bin of quartz points that definitely made the grade. What is the difference? Well, I'm not going to cover any of these unbelievable compartments that are on the top. None of them. Not the serrated pieces, not the smoking quartz pieces, not the excellent variated, just masterpieces that I've really put up here. Just great stuff all together that we've seen. And on the other side, I've got top shelf stuff that I've showed before, that we've seen and done talks about, and just trying to help people get to know what's in this display box, especially what's underneath things. So we've seen a lot of it. Serrated pieces in quartz. I mean, look at this. So on this Box Talk Live, the difference is going to be that none of these pieces that are on my top shelf are going to be seen, but you're going to see a lot of pieces that made the grade. Look at this quartz pieces. This is a great Marl Mountain. Without question, made the grade. Little strawberry quartz on the tip. Solid point. Nothing wrong with it at all. And so when I find a point like that, I often put it in here. When this gets too full, I'll go through and I'll take out the lesser of them all, which there is no real lesser. And I've got myself a gift. And we keep it rolling that way, and I know great pieces will come in. This piece of smoky quartz has been with me since I found it 3-4 years ago at Notchville. It's particular and unique. Now I'm making a Box Talk live today because I did go out. That was a nice piece. Happy to find that piece. But I didn't find a whole lot today where I went. I was just checking that out. There's been a lot of clear cutting going on there. Look at these notches in quartz. This piece here came from Notchville, again. This piece here came from Deer Pass. A great piece. I mean, just look at the translucency of this. And it definitely made the grade. I mean, you don't have this real sharp tip in anything, but this material is so hard. And just look how they made the bases. If I can give you a good look at it. Just worth seeing, and you can see why a lot of these pieces have definitely, probably, I mean, without any struggle, made the grade. Good stuff. Now this stuff I've put in a bin here where I've considered it just to be some really great pieces that are older. Look at Mickey Mouse there. But the piece I wanted to show you today came from the plateau where I was this weekend. And I hope a lot of you are doing great out there. Look at this piece. I have never found a piece close to it. Just missing just a little bit on the tip. Like a little teeny, it's actually a new break. I don't think it was an impact fracture, but it was just too much of an awesome piece not to make the grade. Don't find them like that often. So when you talk about making the grade, that's just a thing of beauty to me. Can't help but to make the grade when you see that. Perfect lighting in here, so I was really happy about that. Now, where else did I go? Oh yeah, I was thinking about showing you this, which is a Guilford straight base. But in the sugar quartz, those that have made the grade, look at these two pieces. Rarely seen. This one here I know I did not do a video on. It is sugar quartz. Definitely made the grade. Making the grade. And I wanted to focus on this pretty much just to relax a little bit, as this is a big week historically. So we have a new president of the United States getting ready to get sworn in, and there's no lack of news, no lack of trouble. All I would say is, if you're a praying man or a praying woman, just pray. Thank God that his ministering angels, which are mighty for protection, will protect the whole day and people. They don't need to get hurt. I mean, protests are fine, but how stupid if you want to use violence to try to make a point. Doesn't need to be done. Let the best ideas win is my prayer, and let these ignoramuses understand that in this presidential election, the best ideas won. Hands down, in majority. Look at this piece of sugar quartz. Made the grade. You can see what I mean. A lot of these pieces that I barely pull out, you can see why they made the grade without question. Making the grade. So what else do we have? Oh, we had one down here that I wanted to show you. This is from the Archaic. Some of the Guilfords I do stick in down here. I have a lot of great little places for them. Look at this piece. It's unique. There's nothing new in terms of a break. You can see all the patina has gone to the light brownish green, which probably means it was a really dark brown rhyolite, and it's patinaed this way, which I think I've come to appreciate. A lot of you have, who don't see this kind of flint. Great stuff. It's not really rough. I mean, this is a piece that you can see would have done the job without question. But what I like about it is the relief on the backside, so they could haft it in. Look at that from that angle, or from that angle. To be admired, because you can see really what they were doing to make it work. That's fine with me. Made the grade. Simple as that, right? Now, let's go over here. I'm going to show you a Guilford. One of the very, very first Guilfords I ever found on Outer Edge was this. I was amazed, because I had actually thought, after seeing a buddy of mine's collection, he had some Guilfords, like, you can find those around here. But now you can see, as you've seen many times, the whole diagonal of this shot. There's some great Guilfords. I'm very thankful. This piece found at Outer Edge, where I was today, where I didn't find much. I don't know if my focus is working. It's giving me fits if I do that. Hang on. All right, here on Indian Trace, this is a piece. Look at this piece, if I can keep it in focus and keep the light good. Look at the flaking on this rhyolite. Making the grade. Never filmed it. I wasn't filming then. I want to show you something interesting. This here, there's nothing that's rude or crude on this. It's the exact shape they wanted it to be, and they just work with the stone. This and this, which were broken, is an old break. It's patinaed exactly the same as the rest of the stone. So this Guilford, pretty much a Guilford straight base, or just the accent of a Guilford Yuma. Talking about 5,000 years old, my word. Anyway, easily made the grade. And while we're thinking about Guilfords, that's a lot louder than it really is. Okay, I want to hurry up here. I don't want to go too long. Look at this. Notchville 3. I mean to tell you. That is an easy make the grade. I wasn't filming then, so I figured I would pull it today and just show you what we can find. That is a Guilford Yuma. That is why the base is concave like that. and it's pretty much flat on that one side. Delicate, so I don't want to drop it. That is not a new break. I have not broken that. That's the way I found it. But if we can see here, I want to try to get the focus here to show you the exact original color of the stone. Dark as can be, army green there. That's a good contrast. Is the original color of the stone, and I'm not even positive my focus is coming in on this. Nice piece nevertheless. Made the grade. Yeah, when I move these around, I've had a couple comments that ask, it is like so clear, it's just a tone. When the rocks touch each other, there's a certain tone, but it's all gentleness. I've never made a chip or a break in the stone. Let me look here as I sail down here slowly to pieces that I think are great. And I've thought about it beforehand, but my time's running out, so I want to pull a couple pieces. That's one I wanted to show you. Made the grade. This is from Stillwater. A long time ago, not a long time ago, I've only been collecting 5 years, but this piece is unique. It's a variated material here, but it's beveled on the back. Just a great ancient point. So all these trays on the bottom are pieces that, without a shadow of a doubt, make the grade for my display pieces. They're not seen much. You're the first one in some cases here that have seen these in 4 years. I mean, other than me, I see them here and there and fairly often. That's a great point, isn't it? Great point, what they do around here in Eastern North Carolina. I'm just going to go forward here with these thoughts. This is a good one from the Lookout. Variated material here. I mean, you see these and you're like, well, definitely made the grade. There was a lot of Indians here. I think about it in terms of my, there's another one that made the grade that wasn't on film, from the Vulture. I do think about the vast amount of North American Indians that were here to support this kind of finds. I mean, these are my top shelf. These are the best finds I've found. I mean, I've got 5,000 other broken pieces that support this kind of finding. That's an excellent, excellent notch point right there. And so there was so many groups, clusters, but the whole point is we're talking about not a condensed 100 to 500 year period. We're talking about 1,000-year periods of accumulation of materials that I'm holding in my hand that never biodegrade, never melt, never disappear. Thank God rocks don't melt, right? We can go out there and find them. Rocks don't melt. I say to myself all the time when I'm out in the field, this is a great piece from Crosslands. Made the grade, just tiny field ticks and chips out of it, no big deal. All right, do I have anything else? Yeah, I've got a couple. Look at this piece of quartz while we do a little more quartz. This is a piece I found where I don't find too many, but I find quite a few right next to the cove. And I did find this in 2016 recently, but it was an incredible marl mountain. It was so cold I wasn't able to get it on film. Quartz for you. What they could do with quartz, right? Just look at that piece. I often think that they make pieces and then made pieces on and on and on, that they get the ideas to the shapes and what have you from leaves. Serrations included. I believe they might have got their creative ideas as to what shape to make points because of leaves. Look at that piece, will you? Made the grade. No doubt, no question. Here's a couple pieces. As I push to finish. Now you can say it yourself. I mean, that's easy. Made the grade, right? No doubt about it. And they just quietly have a place here where if somebody comes by, they love points or whatever, or a kid or, you know, whoever, I'll be able to show them. They can take them out and check them out for their weight and their texture. That's what I'd like to do better. And that's why I keep them like this, everybody, even the new people who are tuning in. I've got a couple more pieces to show you. Just two. One would be this Guilford. Found this at Sand Passage. Just great workmanship. Even though it looks rough, they really did everything they wanted to with this to make it a piece that was ready. You can see the working on the edges. No question about how good that piece is. And then since my time has just bled all over, if you love artifacts, you won't be bored. But other than that, I wonder where it is. Oh, this one from the Lookout. I remember I found this at the end of the potatoes. Of course, it made the grade, and there's just so many great points in here that have made the grade that I like to stir myself up in thankfulness when you're not finding a lot. They're out there. There's a ton out there. There's so many out there that in your lifetime you cannot pick them all up. We're talking about thousands upon thousands and thousands of years of accumulation. Look at the relief on the back of this a little bit. They thinned it out so they could haft it in. So I stir myself up in remembrance of that every time I go out, and it just proves itself time and time again. That is my theory and belief here on Indian Trace. Wanted to show you just some points that have really made the grade. Nice point there. Hope you all find out there as the spring comes soon enough. It's not going to be here real soon, so we got to stay warm one way or another, right? Hope you find out there. And keep praying. Pray for the nation. Pray for the nation, the peace of our nation, as a sovereign nation. Thanks a lot out there.